Symmetry Financial Group was started in October of 2009 by three gentlemen, Brandon Ellison, Casey Watkins, and Brian Pope. And they started this in October of 2009 to say, what can we do to allow for the agents to be best helped? And the reason they wanted to help the agents so much is because they knew better helped agents help more clients. Over my years working here, what I've seen is many, many lives changed. I've seen people that I knew, that I personally have hired, who were short on time, short on money, come here and find both, and to find it in abundance. I've seen people who didn't have a purpose or didn't know what their purpose in life was, find something that they were excited to go and do every single day. You can find something here that can be truly unique to you, and then a team, a group, a family of people that are there to celebrate with you and help you along the way as you strive to get that.
I started with Symmetry in May of 2015. Came in and really fell in love with the people and the culture and just kind of how supported I felt when I got here. And in my first full calendar year, ended up making a little over 3 times my best year back at my old job. What Symmetry Financial Group can offer a potential business partner is really, I think, an opportunity to grow yourself and become the kind of person that you want to be through using our business model.
I began working at Symmetry in May of 2013. I loved it, honestly, right from the start. I had a great time. I really enjoyed myself with the clients. I knew I was going to make mistakes, but I was okay with that process because I knew I could get past them and get to a place where I was really consistent in the field.
At Symmetry Financial Group, we have 2 ways of earning our incomes. We can either be personal producers, or we can also build an agency. On the personal production side, our agents receive their leads, which is basically a letter that a client has filled out saying, I have a mortgage for $100,000, $150,000, and I'm interested in a product that would pay off that mortgage in the event of my death, disability, maybe a critical illness. They send that back to us. We get on the phone, we make our phone calls, we call and we book appointments.
A typical work week at Symmetry for an agent is typically to purchase your leads and then start making those phone calls, usually on a Friday afternoon for a few hours, and then another few hours on Saturday morning. We then book up those appointments for Monday and Tuesday in the afternoon and evening, and we'll see anywhere from 12 to 15 of those families over that 2-day period.
When we go out there and sit with a family, we'll sit down with the family, talk with them about what their needs are, help them uncover what's going on, and make sure that we have a product that fits the coverage that they need, and also, of course, fits within their budget. Once we help them apply for coverage, the typical policy that we write, the client is paying about $80 a month. $80 a month, the insurance carriers look at that as $1,000 a year in premium that they're paying. And our starting contract is 60%, so for a new agent just starting off, they help one family out, 60% of $1,000 is $600 in commission that they'd be receiving. The insurance carriers, they advance us 75% of that, so $450 we get paid immediately as soon as the policy issues, and the remaining $150 that's left over, we get paid that in months 10, 11, and 12 of that first policy year.
In a couple of years, I've really been able to move from where about half of my income is based off of my own production and the sales that I make. Half of that income is based off of the team that I'm building, and really looking forward to getting to transition to 100% of that being from our team within the next year or so here. And what that allows us to do is to cross a bridge between being a self-employed person where your income is all tied to your feet and it's going to be up and down depending on if you're up and down, to really a true business owner who owns that business, and you can step away from it and that business system is still going to operate and produce that income.
A good producer on a full-time basis is going to be writing about 20 policies a month, and they leverage their experience and the Symmetry system to be able to hire their own agents, and they increase their amount of distribution. And the way they're compensated on that is that contract level where a starting agent starts at 60%, you don't just stay there. You can move up by 5% every 2 months based on your production. So that runs from 60% up to 110%. So if you're an agent who has worked with us and you've gotten your commission level to a 70% contract, maybe it's just been a couple of months you've been working with us, you're on a 70% contract, you hire a new agent, they go out and they have that same opportunity that you had to go make that sale at a 60% contract, $1,000 policy, they get paid their $600. The insurance carriers will then look at your contract level of 70% and they're going to pay you the difference between your contract level and your agent's contract level. So that 10% gets paid to you. So the agent sold a $1,000 policy, they got paid their 60%, you're going to earn 10% on that. So you've made $100 over the course of the year on what that agent has gone out and worked to sell by using the Symmetry system. And of course, your mentorship. Like, that's what we're getting paid for, is to enable and help our agents go out and make a good income for themselves. And you can do this with you and one agent, or you can do this with you and 50 agents. It just depends on how you want to leverage and use the system. But that's what the mentorship structure that we have within Symmetry allows you to decide how quickly you can move through that process.
If you're interested in building a team, then this is something that will, again, allow you some additional freedom so that you can graduate to that place of being able to work remotely if that's something that's interested to you. You know, being in that place of leadership and mentorship to others and growing both the folks around you as well as yourself in that process.
For Symmetry Financial Group, mentorship means a lot. I think every company talks about mentorship, having somebody to walk with you along the way and guide you. Where Symmetry tries to change and shift the paradigm on this is that all along the way, your mentor is compensated based on how successful they make you. And I think that's one of the things that really sets Symmetry apart from a lot of other places, is that your mentor wants to see you succeed, because the more you succeed, the more they're going to succeed.
The support system at Symmetry is all based around mentorship. Everyone at Symmetry gets a whole kind of a line of mentors. The mentors only get paid when the agents do. So they are financially invested in your success. So they're never going to tell you to do something that they don't know is going to work. That support is ongoing too. It's when you're making your first set of dials, it's when you're seeing your first families, it's when you maybe are struggling. Not everything's going to be all sunshine and rainbows, but how to help you get through those difficult times, and then how to become a leader.
When Symmetry started in October 2009, the home office was in Swannanoa, North Carolina. Since then, over the years, we have gone from being in just that one state to currently, we're in about 42 different states with agents actively writing.
We're growing like crazy. 2 years ago, we did 35 million in sales. Last year, we did 55 million, and this year, we're doing right about 80 million by the end of the year. That growth is only happening because we're having new people come in and helping share in that growth.
My team is now running at $1 million a year, and we're just getting started. We're just scratching the surface. And Symmetry as a whole has an extreme amount of growth to go from where we are to where we intend to be in the future. We have just tremendous potential for growth in the future.
And the future for Symmetry, 2017, $80 million in production. 2018 is going to continue to grow. 2019, we're looking to hit $350 million by 2019, 2020. I mean, that amount of growth to get there, that's going to take a lot of people. That's going to take people that we don't currently have with us. And that's what the opportunity is for those people who are looking to be a part of something that's going to be big, to be able to get their piece of the pie, to be able to get in with an organization that's going to help them, because by helping them, they help the organization. And that's something that I think for anybody who's looking for that opportunity, if you think maybe there's a shot, maybe there's a chance that this might be the one for me, give it a shot. Give it a chance, and make sure that you give it your all when you do give it a chance.
I didn't realize how meaningful it would be. The level of gratitude that folks feel towards us, like helping them through this process of even making that decision of which option's best for them. And in the event that they lose a loved one, we're there to step in and help them through that process.
If you really believe that you can do this and that this is the right fit for you, then I would say get a set of leads and see how you do with them. Talk to the person that sent you this video and figure out those next steps. If you already have your license, like I said, the best way to learn how to do something is to get out there and start doing it.